Congratulations on the film.
Thank you so much.
Wonderful, wonderful film. You made me cry a couple of times in this one, so that's probably a good thing. I'm not too sure. When did the book first enter your life, and what was it about the story and the possibilities that got you excited and thought, this is my next film?
I remember the writer for The Impossible was telling me about the book when I started to shoot Penny Dreadful. I did the pilot for the TV show, and I remember for doing that I was reading a lot about fairy tales and storytelling related to fantasy. So when I finally got the chance to read Patrick Nett's book, I was very into that theme, and it was like a way of making it official. So I had to start to really dig into what storytelling was in order to be able to do a Monster Calls.
You've been steadily making bigger and bigger movies as your career's gone on. With this one, it's obviously a lot of CGI, but you made the point of having the monster as a real thing that Lewis particularly could interact with.
Mm-hmm.
Why was that important for you to kind of do that, to have the real beast there?
Well, it's always very important for the actor to perform in front of something. So when we did the motion capture shooting with Liam Neeson, he was always in front of Lewis. That was the first 2 weeks of shooting. And then we went to the real sets and to the principal photography, and Lewis had that experience. It was like making a big rehearsal. And Lewis was acting in front of the replica. We had the real life size head of the monster and the hands and one foot. So every time he was acting in front of something real.
Why was Liam Neeson important to have as part of the monster? Whose idea? Was that your idea, or was that someone's idea and said he'd be perfect?
I think it was from the very beginning. It was obvious that portraying this monster that had to do a lot with the Green Man and the Celtic traditions and Irish mythology, you start to think about names, and there's not a better name than Liam Neeson. You know, also his voice is so specific, you know, so peculiar that it was from the very beginning the name that we had, and he loved the script, he loved the story, and he was very involved from the very beginning.
Was Lewis someone that you had to, was there an audition process to find Lewis? Was that a long process?
Yeah, we did a long audition. We saw like 1,000 kids, and he was from the very beginning someone very special. I mean, we had a very emotional side, and when we were acting with the kids, when we were playing with them, most of them, they went to the usual emotional stuff, so they were crying, and Lewis was so special. He was reluctant to cry. He didn't want to cry, and everything was about rage, which is what the story finally is about.
And also, as I say, you're going from bigger and bigger movies. You go to an even bigger movie next with Jurassic Park 2 and 3, I think you're doing back to back. How excited are you to be part of that universe, and what can people expect from the sequel?
Mm-hmm. Well, it's very exciting. We're working on the sequel for Jurassic World, but at the same time has a lot to do with the Jurassic Park movies. And it's very exciting. It's a very collaborative team with the fathers of the creature. We have, of course, Steven Spielberg, we have Frank Marshall, we have Colin Trevorrow. It's very exciting. I grew up watching these films, and now be part of the legacy, it's a privilege.
And you started casting already. There's word of Toby Jones and other people. Are you still in that process right now? Still more people to come on board?
Yeah, we're very into the preparation now. The plan is to start shooting early next year. We have a script, and now we're working in so many things at the same time. It's a massive film.
It's very exciting. I'm looking forward to it because I really enjoyed Jurassic World. Thank you so much for your time. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you so much.
Cheers.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Hey You Guys!
Hey You Guys, huh?
Hey You Guys.
Is that from the Goonies?
It is indeed, yeah.
Nice.
Hey You Guys!